Morning. First thing we got to do today, well, the first thing we got to do is I got to talk with Dad here in the office. We got to get our fertilizer plans finalized. Just make sure we got that done. I got to get the prescription maps, have them sent to the people that are going to apply our fertilizer for us. Then we got to go unload that grain cart, get those beans out of there, and probably wait a couple hours here before we go and try and start some beans. So we'll get stuff moved around and get ready to go finish up the beans here today. So apparently last night when Phil was shutting the dryer down, corn dryer, and the dry leg, he heard something flapping around in there. Not a good sign. So we took it apart this morning, and there was a bucket missing right on the splice. So we've fixed that, and this is kind of how that works. So this belt has got all these buckets on it. It's sort of hard to explain, but now that it's apart, I can show you. And basically these buckets are going down, and as they kind of loop around the bottom that way, then they go back up the other side and they grab some grain and carry it up there. So we've got it fixed. We just got to put that panel back on. No big deal there. The issue now is we can't find the bucket. It's not in the leg. It's possible that it made it down the distributor into the bin. Well, that'd be good, because then we at least know where it's at. The problem could be that it maybe stuck in a pipe or something somewhere and would cause it to plug up. So we're trying to find that. Cart's empty, truck's full. Okay, I think we've got the leg fixed, or at least it looks like it. We never did find that bucket. Hopefully everything runs all right. We won't have any trouble there. Dad's moving the head for me. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, and we're going to the field to combine beans. This is a good day. Our wheat's looking pretty good over here. Okay, I have got this first little field done. There's 9 acres, not 8, so dropped the head to move a half a mile down the road, which is no fun, but it's just the way you gotta do it. Looks like it's time to wash the draper belts off again. Floats, and got a little bit. It's never good when you're pushing water with a bean head. What are you gonna do? Our oats and radish cover crop in the next field next to this one that was prevent plant looks decent. I bet they're all going to die in the next few days though. It's supposed to get down into the teens here end of the week, it sounds like. So the disadvantage of having a 40-foot head is that when the ground gets uneven, sometimes it doesn't cut them off very good. And this is a flex header. It does flex. The problem that I have the most is where the ends of the head are kind of higher and it dips down in the center. It flexes up, not down. And so especially along these edges where there's a ridge or something on the outside of the field, I really struggle to get the center of the head to cut the beans off. It ends up looking like that over there, which is a little bit hard to tell from here, but basically I just can't get the beans in the center of the head. It cuts them off halfway up the plant and I don't get all the pods. That's no good. I started having a lot of stuff pushing down here on this one end, so I thought I'd better come check. This is a problem. We'll get it fixed. Alright, I got that guard fixed. This is the problem with combining beans in the mud. The head has to run on the ground in order to pick up the beans, but then the mud builds up, and there was quite a bit actually laying in certain spots on the cutter bar, so picked a lot of that off. We've only got 45 acres to go, so hopefully we don't have too much trouble, and we'll get through it here. It was a little soft over there. Definitely sliding sideways. Yeah, we're having fun now. I bet that's our propane truck. That's good, because our tank's about empty. You guys, I'm sorry to be done combining beans, especially in the mud. This sucks. Broke a guard Down on that end again because it's pushing in the mud, which is no fun. I don't have one in the toolbox to swap it out with, so I just moved it. I put the broken one in the kind of the middle where it's supported a little bit better, hopefully. I won't have problems pushing there. 17 acres. I'm almost done. We're getting there. Okay. I am just about finished up doing the last little wedge here, which is awesome. The beans at Waldron for 2019 are combined. We've still got about 280-ish acres down to Berkey. We'll get there next week. That's still to be done. Take us a couple of days down there, no big deal. But I'm so glad to have these wrapped up. I have, however, for the last about 2 rounds, been playing in my mind all of the fields and just making sure that we didn't forget anything. You guys ever get like that? You get to the end and you're thinking, all right, did I do this one? What am I forgetting? But I'm pretty confident this is it. I'm going to finish this last pass up here, get unloaded. Dad's here with the pickup and the header cart, so we're going to drop the head and switch back over to corn, and let's go shell some corn today. Done! Okay guys, we are started shelling corn. I left my phone in the truck as we were moving, so I didn't get to capture a whole lot of that. Actually, I'm on the iPad right now because it was in the tractor and I still haven't got to my phone. We're on the way to that. Dad has decided that he's going to run the combine for the night, which is fine. That means I'm going to run the grain cart here. We're still trying to get this field opened up, kind of getting back around to where we parked our trucks. This is a different spot than where we started here, so things are going well though, and hopefully we'll get a fair amount done, at least enough corn to keep the dryer running overnight. That will mean that things just basically give us an extra 12 hours of drying corn. That means we'll finish that much sooner, which will be a good thing. Also, we're getting a pretty awesome sunset tonight. This is the kind of shot that I should use Instagram for, probably. Right? Isn't that what that's for? Pictures like this? Good news, I got my phone back out of that truck right there. And the sunset's getting better. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's a good picture, right? There. Alright, we're getting these end rows opened up here. This field is actually a triangle-shaped field. It's about 57 acres, but it runs along the river, and the river cuts through on an angle. So these end rows that run along the river are really long, more than half a mile long rows, so there's a lot of corn that comes off of them. It takes a little bit to get them done. It's about to get real exciting in this tractor cab. Fair warning. Look, the cab is full. We've got Rylan back, and my wife. And Bryson.
Can you say hi?
Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Hi. Gonna be a fun one for a while.
Why did you let the
You
tractor
smile?
stop?
What do you think, Bryson? Can you say hi?
Why did you let the tractor stop?
Why did we stop the tractor? Because we're waiting for Grandpa. He's over there. Yeah. Nice reflection in the window. You can almost see out of that, can't you? Anyway. What do you think? You having fun? What's that?
Just smiles tonight.
Ha!
Is that you?
And me
And you and who else?
Daddy.
And Bryson and Daddy in there? Yep. Wave hi! So we ditched Rylan. Yeah, there's Daddy in that camera. And now it's just the 3 of us. And Mommy?
Yeah.
So Rylan is in the combine with Dad. And I'm sure he's loving every minute of that. So this is the nice thing about grain cart. We go like crazy for 10 minutes and then we get to sit and wait for a few minutes. Yeah. You having fun? I do like running equipment at night in the lights. I will say that is a nice thing about the time change. And in corn, it doesn't matter when it gets dark because corn doesn't get tough, so this is all right. He's thrilled. Waving to Grandpa. Grayson's getting tired. I tried to get him, he had his head on his shoulder, but then I turned the light on so you could see him, and now he doesn't. So. Wave hi, Grayson.
What is that?
Almost bedtime. I'm sure you can't see him, because I can't really either. But Rylan has been sitting there in the passenger seat of the Combine and hasn't moved since we put him in there. It's probably been about an hour? At least, hour and a half. I think he's enjoying it. There's a kid in that Combine over there who's not going to be very happy with me in a second. Time to go home. Did you have fun? We had fun riding in the Combine in the tractor.
Yay, say me!
Did you have fun, Rylan? Uh-huh. You gonna tell everybody on the camera bye-bye? Bye! Tell them night-night.
Bye.
Bye. That's nice, Grayson. Alright, so we will see you in the next video. Them. I'll be back. Well, that was better than a FaceTime call. I always like it when they come. Sometimes it's a lot having 4 people in the cab, but having Rylan go ride with Grandpa in the Combine was nice. And yeah, that was good. Let's finish showing some corn. I don't know how late we're going to work tonight. Phil's going to get behind hauling trucks, so that's why dropping them off took a 10-minute, let him catch up. So this corn is apparently really good, which is awesome. And it's not terribly wet, about 26, maybe 27%. I'd like to get enough shelled tonight to keep the dryer running all night. We'll see how long that takes. It's not quite 7:45 yet, so we'll probably run for at least a couple hours yet. So the way we're parking trucks on the road here, our road ditch is relatively uneven, but the field is higher up there than it is back here. The tractor sits way low, and it makes it really hard to see in the grain cart. So since Phil is doing all he can just to keep up, I told him just park the trucks, take the next one and go. And then I got a little bit of time, so I jump in it and just pull it ahead to the higher ground so I can see a little bit better as I'm unloading the grain cart. I will also say again, we really don't like having to park on the road. There just isn't any other choice right now. It's too wet in the fields. If we pull the trucks in there, we will get stuck. There's no question about it. So we're doing what we have to do. So I'm not sure how well you can see the elevation in front of me and the ground contour, but there's a low spot up here where it kind of dips down. And this spring, we were super wet, as I've talked about in other videos. This corn was planted on June 8th, along with all the other corn that we've shelled up here. This hole here, on a Wednesday, Dad was up here with our ATV sprayer, trying to spray the weeds, because it was June and they were getting ahead of us. This low spot had water in it. Like a significant amount of water sitting on the ground. Wednesday, that was Wednesday. Thursday, the water was gone, but the ground was still wet on top. Saturday, it was dry enough to work it and plant it. And now it's got some incredible corn on it. It's hard to see when I'm not in the Combine to see the yield monitor, but Dad said it was bouncing off 280 going down through this low ground. So it's amazing. That's what drainage tile does for us. This ground is tiled. But yeah, it makes the worst spot on the field that would have drowned it out and been unplantable. Well, would have been unplantable. We would have never been there to drown out. And turns it into the best place on the farm. Loading trucks. So now that I've got a minute, because I've caught up to the Combine, Maddie and the kids are gone. I should sit here and edit my own YouTube videos. But Millennial Farmer just put out a new one. We gotta watch that first. Here, apparently somebody didn't want to leave the combine. Okay, so we've kind of caught Phil. He just came and I pretty much have the next truck full already. So we were talking about how late we want to work tonight. Basically, we came to the conclusion that no matter how long we run tonight, we're not going to be able to finish tomorrow because, well, we just can't dry the corn fast enough. Our wet bin will get full. So we're going to fill the grain cart up here and then call it a night. It's a little after 9 o'clock now, so had a pretty good day. I don't know how many acres we've gotten done in this field, but we've pulled quite a few truckloads out, so it's good corn. Things are going well. We don't quite have enough corn, I don't think, to let the dryer run all night. I asked if we wanted to work late enough to do that, and I think Phil doesn't want to let the dryer run all night because he thinks he needs to be there to watch it. The dryer is self-sufficient. He does not need to be there to watch it, but that's fine. He said he'd get up and start it early. I'm not going to argue. Like I said, we're not going to get done tomorrow no matter what we do. Doesn't matter. So, yeah, we'll make another probably 2 rounds here, get the grain cart full so we have a load to go in the morning, and we'll go back, see how stuff's going at the farm, and we'll call it a night. Dad says the grain cart's full from his vantage point, but I know that this grain cart holds 60,000 pounds, which means it's slightly over 2/3 full. But we're calling it a night. That's fine. Okay, well, we got 32 acres done here. This is excellent corn, running about 210, so that's really good, especially considering when it was planted. That means there's 25 acres or so left in this field and 75 in the next, so we got 100 acres to do. Won't happen tomorrow, but we are getting awfully close. Okay guys, I guess that's the end of tonight's video. We got back here and we're just talking about things, and I guess we are going to let the dryer run tonight. I told Phil I'd come check on it at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, so maybe this isn't the end of the video. I don't know. I guess we'll make a little bit more when I come back tonight and add it to it. Yeah, good corn up there. We've got right at 100 acres left to do, so probably not going to get there tomorrow, but we should get close. Phil was going to transfer some of those beans around. We had just a little bit of wet beans left, not even a batch load, so we're probably just going to blend them out and put them in the bin, turn the aeration fans on. They'll be fine. Yeah, we're having a good week. Today is Wednesday, I believe. Yes, Wednesday. We've covered a lot of ground. By 2 more days, we should be done up here, and we can head to Berkey and work on our stuff down there. But boy, getting done up here at Waldron would be a really nice thing. So I started to kind of edit this video as I was in the tractor there. It's amazing to me how much ground we cover in a day. I forgot all about that leg this morning and having to fix that broken cup, or the missing cup, I guess, on it. But that's just the way farming is and the way things happen. So we start with fixing the grain system and then harvest beans for a while, and now we're shelling corn and going to keep the dryer moving. So it's part of what makes it so good and exciting. And then, you know, having my family come and ride in the tractor with me tonight was great. Love having the kids around. It was unfortunate that Rylan had a little meltdown when he got home, I'm sure because he didn't want to leave, but that's part of it too. You can't stay all night with Dad, at least not yet. Someday he will be able to. We'll get there, but it was definitely good to have them come ride with me. So I'm gonna say this is the end of the video, so hit the like button, subscribe, but I may tack a little bit more onto this if I'm here in the middle of the night. So have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Just got to the farm. Time for that 2 a.m. dryer check. Imagine that. It's still running. Everything looks good here. Corn's coming out maybe just a touch dry. We're shooting for 14.5. It's 13.7. That's no big deal. It'll take care of itself. Just go look outside, make sure everything's alright, and we'll do a calibration while we're here. All looks good from here. Legs running, fans are running, generator's running. We're good. Let's do a calibration quick and go home. Okay, I did go up and check the sweat bin just to see how much is still in there. There's about 5.5 rings showing, which means there should be plenty of corn to finish the night, but it should be about empty by the morning. Time to go home. Night, everybody.